Martin Shkreli. Listen, we're live on YouTube right now. I think we got about like 5,000 people in here. Something light. But I'm glad it's the first time I've talked to face to face, right?
Yes, sir.
Recently, which I'm not sure about the sincerity of everything you said, especially in regards to me. But you said, well, actually, let's address the obvious first, because I think a lot of people care about maybe more than that than what I'm caring about. You said you were gonna slap the fuck out of me. You really stand by that, bro?
Look, man, I have reason to believe that the first thing you would do is go to Jake if it happened anyway.
Who's
So
Jake? Wait, hold on. You gotta break it down because hold on, you
if you
think
got
I would
touched,
snitch on you?
you know what? Pre-touch, you would cry to the police about it.
Really?
Absolutely. I could tell, man. Like you just said, you take all threats seriously. This
No,
and
I
that.
do. No. Hold on. When I mean I take all threats seriously, I take it seriously in my own personal protection. You get me? Now I've had the opportunity. If
AKA calling the police.
you may want to believe that, but I mean, if that's what you believe, fine. But again,
I got cases. I can't touch anybody. There's a
wait. What motherfucking cases you got, bro? You have a white collar crime case from my knowledge, and maybe I'm not doing my research enough,
It's
but
true.
you're gonna enlighten us, right? You have a
Yes.
white collar crime, right? That you're charged with.
Mhm.
That is nothing where you're fucking like assaulting people,
If
pulling.
I assaulted anybody, they'd put me in jail just like they did to Shmurda, and I wouldn't come out for a long fucking time.
Stop it!
Just to punch somebody.
Stop it! Don't compare yourself to Schmurder. You know why? It's completely different, right? Like your case, and again, like I know we have an audience here that
Yeah, no
probably,
disrespect. It's just how the law works. That's all I'm saying.
okay,
That's
okay, but you're not comparing your alleged or your accused crime to
it's
anything.
irrelevant. I understand it's a white collar case,
Yeah,
but just the way the law works, you may not appreciate it. That if you commit a crime while you were on bail, that is the biggest sin you can make in criminal law.
okay,
They take your bail away. You're going to sit in jail until your trial. And that is actually, as you may know, what happened to Shmurda. He spent over a year and a half, I believe, in jail when he should have been bonded out.
hold on. That's not exactly what happened to Bobby Schmurder. Not what you're explaining. That's not what happened.
He was arrested. He was refused bail, and he stayed in. The point is, nobody likes to stay in.
Hold
right?
on. Wait. Let's get the drastic contrast, right?
Different.
Hold on. And again, I know you can't discuss too much of your case, and I wouldn't even care about discussing it anyway.
Right.
But what you're accused of, right, compared to what he's accused of,
He's accused of murder. I get it.
no, he's not accused. No, stop it. No,
Conspiracy to commit murder is one of his charges. Absolutely.
It's conspiracy. But if you look into all the charging documents and all the indictments, there's nothing that actually said he committed any act. It was really that he was a part of a gang, which supposedly
100%.
Right.
I think
Okay.
victim, etc.
Okay.
I don't think that shit can't happen to you.
All right, but here's the thing. So if you compare yourself to him, right? Like you got bail like 30 minutes in. Like you're speaking, even your video or your video message to me, you're like, yeah, I've been behind the walls. What walls? Yo, I guarantee you probably be honest. Did you see a motherfucking jail cell, or you were just in cuffs? You went through processing, and as soon as you're done being processed, like you may have had like a little fake arraignment, and then like you're out of there. Like
For real, I was in a cell. There's two here in New York. There's two jurisdictions. There's Southern District and Eastern District.
Okay.
Southern District usually does the white collar stuff, and Eastern District does the gang stuff. I got
hold on. I like how you're giving us like the little Law and Order breakdown right now for all the non. Now, listen, my audience is full of criminals. They all know what's up. Now I'm playing with you. I'm playing with you. Go ahead.
Eastern is where they get drug dealers, mob bosses, etc., gangs. And I came up through there.
Yeah.
And so I did see the inside of jail cell. When I was in there, all the guys were talking GS9, etc. They put me in my own cell, and they had like 10 goons in another cell. And I was like, yo, put me with the goons, man.
All right, hold on, though.
Talking about GS9 too.
All right, hold on one second. So essentially, you were in protective custody, right? You almost.
almost. I mean, I think they, I was such a troublemaker when I got arrested. I was already cracking jokes to FBI. I think a lot of people, they'd be like, shook. But for me, I was just like, yo, when can we get done with this shit? And then I asked the FBI if I tried to escape, like, would they let me try to escape?
Wow.
And they were laughing about it and shit. They were asking me about Wu-Tang. It was all like, I don't trip on anything basically. Like,
Uh,
so when I heard you calling me a liar, man, that I do trip on. Like, you don't
okay.
call another man a liar unless you know it. Now you're backpedaling like a bitch, by the way, because first of all you're saying, oh,
Wait,
maybe he's
hold
got
up.
tracks,
Hold
maybe
what?
this,
Whoa!
maybe
Hold on.
that. Like,
Wait, no,
no, I got the shit. Like,
don't even start. Okay, backpedaling like a bitch. Wait, do I need to play my YouTube video again? Did you listen to my entire video? Because the way you made your message, it felt like you listened to the first minute of my commentary and that's it. Did
all
you
I'm
listen to?
saying is
Did you?
don't
No,
call
no,
another
wait,
man
hold
a
on.
liar.
No, wait, because before you accuse me of backpedaling, you have to know what I said in its entirety. Because I even told my audience, I'm like, hey, listen, the crazy thing is I was giving them a lot of props on the back end of what I said, even though initially I called him out
Look,
because he
I
lied.
just don't think you should call another man a liar. That's it. That's it, man. Because if you do, you're going to get a proportional response. And
All right, let's focus on this backpedaling thing, right? In my video, which I still don't believe you watch in its entirety, which you should have, okay? But I understand. I mean, sometimes I'll
you
say
put
shit.
out you put out a lot of content. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I did mention, right, that what will or I believe to be um the full final product of Carter 5, you did not purchase it officially as you made it seem
Of
to
course not.
sound.
This is my problem with you, dude.
Go ahead.
You talk shit in a way that annoys the fuck out of the people you're talking shit about. But then you have like a sneaky, logical way of getting out of it, which is very reasonable. You're still talking
Wait.
shit.
No, stop it.
So,
Stop it. Wait. Is it very reasonable or maybe it's just completely reasonable, right? I mean, you may
and you, in my opinion,
okay.
and like I said, I like a lot of the stuff you do,
Okay. Hey,
but
thank you.
to throw shots at somebody,
Did I
and
throw shots? Did I throw shots?
hell yeah, you threw shots.
No.
Hell yeah,
Okay,
and
I'll stop you there and I'll correct you in this sense, right?
this is your whole game, dude. You
Not
shot,
even.
and then you're like, yeah, but that.
No, because I explained it fully. If you watch my video, right?
I know.
I don't know. But here's what I'm saying. You're probably upset that I said your line, but what I called you out for
Yeah,
lying? No.
yeah, you're
What?
damn right.
Okay. What I called you out about lying about is making it seem like you purchased the album and now the album is completely and solely yours. Now,
I don't think I
had you
ever did that.
be like, hey, listen, right? And I watch your live stream over again a couple times over again just to make sure I didn't misquote you. Right?
Okay.
Had you would say, "Hey, listen, I mean, I somehow got this. I didn't really purchase this by any official means."
Well,
I'd be like,
let me set the record straight
"Go ahead,
now. I'll tell you some shit like I promised
go ahead.
in the DM. I'll tell you exactly how I got it.
Thank you. Go ahead."
And some of this, I can't get into too much detail for obvious reasons. People could get, God only knows with Wayne. But
Well, hold on. Well, first of all, you're saying I'm running to the Jakes. Please don't say any names on my platform. There's
no, I got people to protect.
Okay.
All.
All right. Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna lie. You look like a snitch. I feel like you would give up. Now, I gotta be honest with you. Hold on. The reason why I say that is not. This is gonna even sound bad on my part, but like I know the look of a motherfucker when if shit really got real for you, you would give somebody up to save your ass.
Never, man.
Never.
Through the years. I could look at my case right now, man. Anyway, let's get back to business.
Go ahead.
So I do have in my possession what I believe to be a 2 CD authentic Carter 5 final product mixed down, etc. To your point, in which I agree, and again, listening to the lead-in, you're a very reasonable man, probably one of the smarter voices in hip hop, to be honest.
Thank you.
And I'm not feeling like giving you a lot of compliments right now, but nobody knows what the Carter 5 is. And in fact, nobody can say until Lil Wayne says, this is the Carter 5. Because it's he's controlling it. And if he says, you know what, that 2 CD thing Martin has, I'm going to add some stuff. I'm going to take a track off. I'm going to put in 5 more, etc. And he says that's the Carter 5, then that's the Carter 5. It's his call, not my call.
Okay.
Now, I am in possession of a 2 CD album that throughout the entire album, Carter 5 is referenced. So I think it's Carter 5.
Wait, hold on though, because he's been referencing Carter 5 since like 2 years ago. Like, I mean, he dropped a Free Wheezy album, and I mean, every fucking track he's like Carter 5 coming soon, right? So again, he's been referencing this. I mean,
there's an intro, like intro to Carter 5. Like, it's not like I think it's it, you know. But anyway, never heard before songs. The first thing I did, I'm an investor. I do due diligence, right? I look into my shit before I buy it. I had Wu-Tang experts come in, listen to the Wu-Tang thing, and
hold on, stop. Who the fuck is a Wu-Tang expert, right? And why would they know the legitimacy of a Lil Wayne album?
No,
and also, wait, hold on, give me 1 second. And also to contrast that into like other stuff he's publicly announced he's working on, he says he's working on a mixtape as well, right? He's actually working on 2 mixtapes. One, which I forgot the name of it. It's at the tip of my tongue. And then the other one, which supposedly is Dedication 6. But so he has 2 mixtapes he's supposedly working on. And he has Carter 5 already there, right? So how are you sure you have Carter 5, right? Because we did hear a snippet you played. The snippet sound fire. I can't lie, right? I mean, that sounds album worthy, but doesn't necessarily mean it is.
Stop playing with my
when
name.
there's
I ain't gonna say it no more.
all right. I got to protect my person, but let me give you the story. I was approached by an individual, and that individual had
A hacker. Yeah, just be honest, man. You don't got to say the guy's name. A hacker. He got the album.
no. That's the interesting thing. I thought the guy was a hacker, absolutely, because I get approached by hackers every fucking day.
Yeah.
And I have, unfortunately, and again, if I didn't have this case, it's not what I would say. Unfortunately, I just write them verbatim. All right, I do not buy illegal music. I do not buy stolen music. I do not buy, et cetera, et cetera. And then I write, if you would like to send me the tracks free of charge, I'm happy to hear them. But I will absolutely not buy stolen music, because all I need is some fucking FBI to send me quote unquote stolen music, and I'm done.
Let me ask you a question though, right? Why you? Right? I mean, like, I get the Carter 5 as any random person, and I know how music leaks usually happens. I mean, listen, I'm usually friends with a bunch of people who are engineers. Sometimes they let me know, like, hey, listen, my laptop got hacked. Please don't tell the artist, but somebody has this guy's music. It's going to get out there some way. If you do find out who has it, like, please contact me first. We're trying to, like, keep it down. I'm like, okay, fine. Right? Sure. So how or why do they contact you? I mean, like, why does Marshall Shkreli come to mind?
If you've been known to spend, if you've been known to spend 7 figures on music, I would damn contact that person first before anybody else. I mean, who else would you go to? Who else is putting 7 figures on for unreleased rap tracks? Nobody, man.
All right. So basically, you're like the Edward Snowden of like fucking hip hop, right? Because I mean, there's people with that money. Like, yeah, put it like
people with that money. You know what?
There's tons of people with that money. Supposedly, Wayne is in a bidding war.
Let me tell you this. When I was in the Wu-Tang process, and that's what we call mergers and acquisitions, we call it a process, right? Mm-hmm. And the process separates multiple bidders from one winner. Yeah. And in that process, I can tell you there were some very rich people, much richer than me, but they did not put down, honestly, they didn't even want to put down $1 million. They wanted it for $500,000. They wanted it for some stock. Again, I'll give you exclusive here because I appreciate you bringing me on. They gave me one of the guys who wanted it. Don't be surprised if it was one of the top streaming companies that was willing to exchange shares in their streaming company for the Wu-Tang album. And of course...
Oh, okay, title. You just say motherfucker. The only company that I could hear is... So basically you're saying Jay-Z hit your line. Like, come on, man. We gotta... I mean, listen, you don't have to say it, right? But you can tell me if I'm hot or cold, right? I just can't see Apple Music calling you up, right? Saying, hey, listen.
Spotify's there. No, they were no.
Wait. Spotify CEO has he's put out a resounding message that he will not pay for exclusives. So I
That's
think
the
that takes
point.
him out of it. So
The,
the
the
person
point,
who go
the
ahead.
point I'm making is that they were bidding against me. They didn't work with me.
Okay.
They were a bidder putting up shares. Um, there was a very wealthy man from sort of a Hispanic heritage. I'll just leave it at that. Billionaire type guy who put down a serious offer. And there was another group that was related to the rap internet world. I'll
Yeah.
just leave it at that. That threw down again shares.
Yeah.
And I came through with some cash, and I was chosen. I'm happy for that. But the point is, I'm willing to spend dough so people come to me, and that's great. Hackers come to me every day, and I tell them, and not every day. I'm not going to exaggerate. They come once a month. They say I'm a music hacker. In fact, one dude, this is crazy. I can forward you his email. He came to me.
Hey, that's snitching. That's snitching. Hold up now.
No, he's protected. He's anonymous.
Okay.
I think you would find it interesting. In fact, let me forward it now. Fuck it. I don't even have your email, but
Hold on. I'll send you my email right now. Hold on. I do have a question though, right?
All right.
So you mentioned your criminal case, right? I mean, don't you actually stand to risk your freedom? Because you were just saying all this stuff about, oh, I would snitch on you, which I think you the snitch, right? But regardless, if you're saying all of that you're kind of very reserved or you're guarded, at least in trying to see things ahead of his time, that maybe somebody could be setting you up. A hacker giving you music that's copywritten to a company that's definitely to that company, just intellectually speaking, is worth tens of millions, right? Like
Right.
tens of millions. There's bidding wars for this guy and people or labels who would want to release this project. If you are sitting on this, how do you just fire up a live stream and you're so concerned about your freedom? How do you fire up a live stream and just be like,
I got an answer to that. But I wanted to close the loop on some other business first. But let's talk. I'll give you an answer to that if you want that now. Legally, to me, I didn't jeopardize the commercialization of the Car 5 by playing 5 seconds of it. If Universal wanted to sue me, they could sue me. To be honest, I think I probably gave that album more of a bump than I heard it. People haven't been talking about Carter 5 in a while. To be honest.
No, stop it. Hey, see, this is where I gotta. This is gonna
Go ahead, check me. Go ahead.
This is gonna lead to another conversation.
You're a rap expert. I'm not.
I wouldn't consider myself a rap expert. I consider myself an avid fan. But I think there's another conversation I do want to have with you because there's a part of me that think you care or you're kind of into the culture, and then another part of me that feels like you're someone that sees a culture as easily to be, or it's very easy to manipulate, right? And just based on your experience with it, like, I mean, allegedly you've possibly manipulated the pharmaceutical industry, right? And believe me, the hip hop industry is a million times easier, and probably there's no ramifications of that. So when you mention stuff like, "Hey, no one cares about it," there's a lot of. If the Carter 5 dropped today, it would do historic numbers, right? Regardless if you had previewed it or not.
Absolutely. But what we're worried about here, to your question, was, did I take a risk playing the album? Absolutely, I did.
Okay.
Played a snippet. Part of the reason to play the snippet was to verify the authenticity. I wanted to put it out there, at least a quick couple bars, whatever. And I Googled the bars, can't find them. And you know how the internet is. Every fucking lyric from Lil Wayne is out there somewhere in every mixtape. Everything's out there.
All right, hold on. But how does that verify that it's Carter 5 as opposed to just unreleased music?
It's a good question. I'll get to it. But at least it's unreleased, right? So TMZ came out, and I know a girl there who, she's like the person I talk to there.
Okay.
Whenever I do some dumb shit, she calls me, and she said, she had the same thing. She said, we don't know if it's real, etc. They said, we called Wayne's people, and it's real. And that's what they wrote. And to me, when I'm putting cash down to buy something, look, man, I bought a tape once of supposedly early Nirvana that was just a guy faking himself to be Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
And it was proven to be a fraud. So,
Mhm.
you know, depending on the amount of money, for $5,000, I'll buy whatever. For $50,000, I'll take maybe a risk. For $1 million, I have people there. I want contracts. I want, you know, carefully drawn up stuff. And this price is, as you said, it's not exclusive. I have what I would call an advanced copy, right? And people
Okay,
like you,
okay, so that's the clarification. No, but hold on a second though, right? So did you make the purchase in advance to TMZ reaching out to his team? Because I like in all openness, like people have contacted me since. They're like, hey, listen, Wayne's team is confirming that that is music they've been working on, and that may be something that would have been on the Carter Five, right? So I'm not completely saying, hey, it's just crap you have, right? However, validating that you have a complete project that's kind of set in stone is
look, if you could tell me, if anyone could tell me for sure what I'm buying,
yeah.
what I bought is Carter 5, I'd be very happy. But unfortunately, like I said, the little Wayneologists of the world,
Yeah.
there's just nobody knows but him.
All right. So did you pay for it before TMZ confirming it? Because at that point, you're pretty much like throwing a stone in a dark room, right? I mean, if you pay for it before you have any idea if it's a mixtape, it's like a throwaway release. That like back in the day, Wayne had music leaking left and right.
Yes.
Like there's people who made entire careers of making fictional mixtapes with Wayne with just purely leaked music. So how do you know? If again, I guess if you had the snippets to play, you had to pay for it before TMZ made that check. So
no. So I was given sample. I threw the sample out.
so you were bluffing. Let's
Hold
get
on.
it straight. Okay.
I was told the seller had the Carter 5 double CD. The seller told me that.
Yeah.
I said, wonderful. If you do, I will absolutely buy it, but I will not buy hacked music. It's illegal. I will go to jail. I'm not interested in hacked music because you've broken the law, and by knowingly buying it from you, I've broken the law. And it's almost worse for me than it is for you. So I need two things. One, I need to know it's the Carter 5. And two, I need to know that you did not hack it and that you were allowed to sell it to me. And you need to make legal representations to me, right? That you are allowed to sell it. That you absolutely legally, you need to protect me. In other words, indemnify me that this sale is legal. Because I don't do illegal shit, as in contrast to the government thinks. I'm not interested in doing illegal shit. I just as soon not listen to the Carter 5 and wait for it and wait for it to come out and pay $10 like everybody else.
Okay.
So the man said, it's not illegal. I didn't believe him. I'm a little like you. I'm skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
I've been taken for a ride many times in my life. I made a living betting against people that take people for a ride. And he said, look, it's legit. I've got it, and I'm allowed to sell it to you. And this man is not in Lil Wayne's circle, believe it or not. So
how could he have
it's crazy
the ability?
story.
How could he have the ability to sell it to you?
Someday I'll be able to tell the whole story, but I'll tell you this. Wayne...
Wait, but before you say that, did he have the ability or the rights to sell it to you then?
I believe that this sale is legal. I believe that the sale is contract. You know, for criminal law, forget it. But civil law,
yeah.
I don't believe that Lil Wayne can sue me. I don't believe Birdman can sue me. I don't think Universal can sue me. It's a legal sale.
Wait, what do you mean criminal law? Like, forget it. Are you saying it's legal or you're saying you don't know?
Well, there's two kinds of legality. There's criminal law, which is serious business, can put you in jail. And there's civil law. Did you break a contract? Did somebody break a contract? Are you civilly liable?
Well, let's deal with the more serious of the two, right? So criminally, right? Like, I mean, if you're purchasing copywritten material from people who do not have the authorization to disseminate that copywritten material,
sure.
And then if you knowingly do it, I would assume that you're almost engage in I'm not too sure of the severity of the crime,
Sure.
but it was some type of illegal behavior, right?
I think you'd have to knowingly, you'd have to be, you'd have to have knowledge that you are absolutely breaking the law. Whereas in this case, it's sort of like we got contracts, we got lawyers on it.
Okay.
Like we are figuring this out, and both sides, in a good faith nature, believe that one side has the right to sell it, side has the right to buy it. I've got in my back here, I've got hundreds of advanced copies of CDs, right? That people collect them because they're kind of cool. They got different, they've got different lettering on them, like, and people hand them out before an album comes out, right? It says Blueprint, advanced copy, and you've probably seen a couple.
Hold on one second, because I have a question directly about that, but just kind of staying on the Carter 5 thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you got a advanced and you are sure with lawyers and of course contracts and you're indemnified, protected pretty much, right?
Yeah.
At least legally, it seems, from this purchase, this would pretty much means you kind of either, maybe not directly from Lil Wayne or Birdman, but somebody who claims to have that authorization, because it would be impossible otherwise, right? And you having your own legal representation, you know that, right? You're not gonna just say, oh yeah, he says it and he's willing to go to jail if it's not true, I'll just buy it. No, you probably do a little bit digging to say you actually have. So what I'm really trying to say is that it's coming across like you're pretty much saying I bought it from Wayne, right? Or Wayne's camp.
No. So if Lil Wayne's housekeeper, for argument's sake,
yeah,
is cleaning Lil Wayne shit out, and she it's not a great analogy. Let's say Lil Wayne's lawyer, right? Lil Wayne's lawyer. Wayne sends him a box of documents to analyze or some shit like that. Store these documents for me, hey, Wheezy. And he stores them, and he says, "Oh, Mr. Wayne, I found these CDs in here, these music CDs. Would you like me to return them?" And he says, "Nah, it's all good. Leave them." Then the question is, is that person, you could have them. Thanks, Mr. Lawyer. That person now has these CDs. Obviously, he doesn't have the right to commercialize them. But if within those CDs is the Carter 5, and he says, all right, Wayne gave me a copy of the Carter 5. I asked him. He said, no, I could keep them. I'm now listening to an advanced copy of the Carter 5. I can give this to a friend. I can give this to a couple friends. I could even sell it to a friend. I can't commercialize it. I can't put it out. I can't broadcast it to the world and charge money. I'd be breaking. I don't have the right to do that. I don't have copyright. I don't have the license.
Hold on now.
I can sell it to my buddy.
Wait. Right? Again, I kind of get the analogy a little bit. Even it's a little bit weak, but I get it. So someone has it, and then
this is what happened.
They're not commercializing it, but they're still almost. It would only really make sense if they pretty much were licensed to have it themselves, right? Not like, oh, you kind of have it.
If as long as I'm not breaking the law, I don't give a fuck if they're breaking the law.
All right.
So if the seller is willing to take the risk that Wayne's not going to hear about this or whatever, God bless him. But the seller asked Wayne if he could keep the copy. And if you're Lil Wayne, think about it for a second. You're a big rapper. You got this piece of music everybody wants to hear. You're giving it to people. It's not that secret. And
no. It got to be that secret, man.
You cut me off,
first of all, okay, go ahead.
Before you cut me off, this hacker emailed me, and he said, I got the track that you played. And I said, all right, whatever. What's the track length? And he knew minutes and seconds of that track. And I was like, he's like, I've had this. I hacked it. You probably have my hacked copy. And I was like, no, I don't have your hacked copy. I have a physical CD from Lil Wayne, and it was a very strange transaction, but it is, in essence, what I described with a box lying around type of thing. And that box had a copy of the CD. Wayne was asked, do you want to keep the box? Do you want to return it? Do you want these CDs back? No, keep it. It's my present to you. Here you go. Okay, fine. I'm going to take it and sell it to Shkreli and make some money. That's how it went down.
All right. You know what? I think that's one because you know what you are kind of paving out. Whether I'm going to give you the benefit of that, but you are paving out a very fine gray area where you're protected, and maybe you could do it. Even though I still think
I will say
if I'm putting down like you're pretty much you're not giving the exact number, but kind of you're kind of certain that you paid over $1 million for it, right?
no.
You didn't pay over $1 million.
Oh, hey, fuck that. No.
Stop it.
For a copy to listen to? It better be fucking liquid gold to listen to some shit for $1 million.
It's Weezy F Baby. What are you talking about?
Oh, to listen to to have it before somebody else has it for a few years.
Hey! If you follow the news, man, and follow the proceedings and the battles in court, that Carter 5 might not come out till like we're both out of here. Like, yeah, it might be detox.
It's worth if someone were to sell me the whole rights to it, I would expect that to be worth 15, 20, 30 million. That's a different story. But to listen to it, a right to listen to it, I don't know.
Well, you have the files. I mean, listen to it or just have the music. Like you have the music, right? Like
but
you
I can't do anything with it. If I tried, if it somehow got out of my hands and it started playing out there, was leaked out there, I probably would be liable, right?
But you already played it.
I played 10 seconds of it. That's fine. That's not going to hurt the CD. That's what a single is called anyway. If I shared it on fucking BitTorrent, I would be sued by Universal. I'd probably owe them $20 million. It's not a place I want to fucking be.
All right, let me ask you a question. Right? Because we only heard like pretty much a song, right? Just being that, because like we have about like 8,000.
I hear you with the Carter 5 playing. Sorry, can you repeat that?
Are you playing it? Because I'm not hearing shit. Right? I mean, I'm trying to say, could you play a fucking song? Like, maybe not the same song that we just heard. Maybe play track 5. Track 5 from 30 seconds into 40 seconds. I want to see what the fuck Wayne is talking about. Is he still rapping about toilets and shit? I just want to know. Because, okay, you even kind of admitted to us that, yeah, the track that you played publicly, hackers even have. So, how do you know you have the exclusive stuff that hackers don't have? Right? Because I'm guessing through that conversation with the hacker, you must have said, hey, okay, well, you have this, but I bet you don't have this. Or does the hacker have the same thing you have?
I'm not sure what he wanted. I think he wanted to sell me more hacked shit. And I don't want to buy hacked shit. People have offered me hacked Kanye, hacked everything. And it's just too risky for me at this point. I don't want to buy hacked music. In another era, another age, maybe I'd be interested. Mm-hmm. But look, I respect Weezy. I would never leak this because it would hurt him. It would hurt his label. It would hurt his business. It would be crazy. I respect the game. This is what I want to talk to you about as well.
I don't believe that. I strongly don't believe that.
Go ahead, man.
I feel like hip hop is well, the figures in hip hop are a pawn in a chess game you're playing, and just manipulation, right? I do think you care somewhat about the culture, but not enough to care for the public good, right? Like, I mean, I think you can see in the Wu-Tang situation, right? Like, I mean, like you do have, and also just before I get off this, because I might not remember this later, you also claimed you have an advanced copy, or you have heard an advanced copy of Big Sean I Decided. Is this true?
Or are you fucking lying? I was trolling. And that's what I wanted to tell you. Let me be clear. When I'm joking around, I tell people I'm joking around. Let me finish. When I'm not joking around, I don't fuck around. So when I said that Daquan stole $15 million of Bitcoins from me, Daquan, whatever, when I was trying to buy Pablo the night before, I hope that people knew that was a joke. Right? Daquan didn't steal $15 million. A hacker named Daquan. Like, it was a joke. I would expect everybody to, it was a meme at the time.
Stop it. Listen. The reason I'm going to say stop it, because I feel like you understand hip-hop now, and you realize how much the hip-hop audience runs with shit, right? You could have literally, you could have literally not played a snippet of the Carter 5. You could have not even had it, right? You could have not even had a song, a snippet, anything. And you could have claimed that, and the block still would have went wild, right? So I think you're smart enough, and again, I feel like you played down to what sometimes the intelligence level is of the mass audience. I'm not gonna say all because I know my particular audience. Like we see through the bullshit.
They're
Like
brilliant.
listen, they're geniuses, okay? But with the rest of the people, they're fucking idiots, right? And I feel like you know how to play them like a fucking fiddle, right? You know when you tweet out, I got the album, blah blah. Everybody ran with that. No one even saw the fucking retraction or the kind of LOL I'm playing around. Or like, first of all, you're mentioning bitcoins. Half of these niggas is card crackers. They don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. So
Right.
you know that not a lot of people got that joke, right? Now,
No, I get asked every day, like, did you get your Bitcoin back from Daquan? And I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, right? Like, you know,
and again, you know, again, I'm not really trying to clown the intelligence level of any fans or group of fans or whatever, or even like fans of a particular genre, but like you know this, right? You know this, and when
I think
you
90% of people get the joke, and that's fine. But
90%.
I hope so, bro. I
Oh,
mean,
okay, so when you tweeted that you had, you've listened to Big Sean's album, I Decided, you said it was fire, which I believe it should be fire. I can't wait.
I'm
For
looking forward to it myself. I haven't heard a damn second of it.
How the hell?
But I will say this, and this is where we separate the men from the boys.
Mhm.
If I wanted to hear that shit, I
Okay.
could hear that shit.
How?
It's just, I will find a fucking way because I'm me. That's it.
How?
I would fucking, you know what? I would find a fucking way. That is what it is. That's just who
That's
I
a
am.
very hopeful answer, but it doesn't really say anything. That's kind of
I'll
saying like
start following
that's
people.
almost that's almost
Asking
as cynical, right? I mean, you do have a lot more connections than maybe the average person, but that's almost as cynical. Say, well, if I really wanted to kill the president, I could. Yeah,
No.
listen, anything is possible in that sense. But if you wanted to hear Big Sean's album, I decided it's done right now. He's cupcaking with Janae Aiko like a motherfucker. Okay, grabbing her ass on stage, grabbing nipples. If you want to hear the album, how would you do it? How would you even go about it?
I would get in a circle, man. I would approach him very gently. I would say, listen.
Why would he talk to you?
Cash money. What else?
Wait, hold on.
Rappers love money. Rappers can't spend money fast
Okay.
enough.
That's
love
another.
this.
That's
I
another thing
know
we gotta
this.
stop. We gotta stop with this too, right? You are what it seems to be more than rich. You seem wealthy, right? At least if all estimations of your net worth and possibly what you've made and what your companies are possibly worth is correct. Even though you have other things which may negate that, but regardless, we'll just go with that, right? Now, I think you're still operating where like all these fucking rappers are broke and they're just kind of reaching after every penny, right? Like, you really think that
Many of them don't have a lot of money. I could get Big Sean to play a concert just for me and just for you for probably 100, 150 grand. He would come down, he'd play all his hits, and it'd be just me and you fucking clapping like that. And
yeah, but that's a booking. That's a booking. That doesn't
well,
necessarily.
how you get to know people? That's how you get to know people.
Yeah, but again, you're equating a booking where you could book a lot of people for, like, again, that's still a steep price to the average person, but you book them for that amount of money, but that doesn't necessarily mean they would really trust you to play their music around you or
No,
even give you
no.
a copy of their music.
But I would approach him after and say, thanks for coming through. We loved your set. Hey, man, I heard you have a new album. How can I cop it? That's it. And I'll talk to his management. I'll talk to his people and say, look, I just want an advanced sneak peek. And I'll promise I won't play it to anybody or whatever. Don't even tell anybody. $50,000. I want to hear that shit before anybody else.
50. Wait. 50.
100,000.
Who the fuck would get... All right, well, you know what? I can't give prices for other people. But again, I mean, I think if any reputation you have, like, created in hip-hop, it's not good. I don't know if you realize, right? Like...
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that is absolutely
You
right.
haven't seen my DMs.
Yeah, well, you're probably getting DM from a bunch of thirsty people.
Rappers who need cash, exactly.
Name them. Which rapper? Like, I mean, again, like...
There's
I
like
think,
4 rappers that don't need cash, man. Come on.
I mean, everyone needs cash, but need cash enough to be, like, groveling at your feet or just completely compromising
It's
their
not
creative
necessarily
works?
groveling or compromise, Just because you feel that way about me doesn't mean everybody does. There's plenty of
I
rappers.
feel you use Bobby Shmurda as an example and got all rappers fucked up. Bobby Shmurda, of course, we all know the story. He couldn't get out of jail because he seemed to not be able to make bail. Nobody was really
I don't
there
even,
to help him out.
that story is, we have the same lawyer. That story is beyond fucked up.
Okay,
Like,
and I actually want you to respond to that because it seemed like you bluffed on that, right? You're like, oh, I'm gonna bail him out. Now, I granted,
this was a weird situation. I really truly believe, and I don't say this lightly, I think it was a case of potential serious racism. A situation where I felt for this kid a huge amount. And in his case, money was not the issue with the bail. It was a judge, it was a prosecutor, it was all these people that just did not want him out. And I feel for the man. I really do. I'm from Brooklyn too. I grew up, when you're a child growing up in Brooklyn, skin color doesn't make a difference to you. You're innocent. You're playing ball with everybody. And in Brooklyn, everybody's the same. Everyone's from all around the world.
Martin,
And,
Big Gucci Marty, listen, man,
What?
not to cut you short, but I don't think you were hanging around with the hot niggas in Brooklyn, okay? I don't think you were hanging around with the shmoney team, okay? Bobby
By the
Shmurda.
time I was 16, I was working on Wall Street. So,
Exactly.
I saw guns and shit when I was 14. But at the same time,
It's not about guns. Like, you're not from the same type of cloth neighborhood or the upbringing or even related to those people.
I wouldn't say
like
that.
a Bobby
fast,
Shmurda.
I wouldn't say that fast. But
Really? Enlighten us.
I'm from Brooklyn, man. I'm from roaches and rats, apartments from.
There's roaches and rats everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'm from the block where people get robbed and shot all the time. So it is what it is. I don't have to prove my authenticity to anybody. But no, I'm proud that I went to Wall Street. I'm proud I became extremely wealthy. And I look back at kids that when I was doing that, they said, there's no way you could be doing this kind of money without selling drugs. And there's still a lot of neighborhoods like that where that's the only way to get rich.
Yeah,
And it's a shame.
and again, I congratulate you on your success, but we do have to make the distinction. Like, you're not from the same environment. Maybe you could say there's similarities in the environment that you're from.
I would say I caught the edge of it. All right.
Okay.
If spheres overlap like a Venn diagram,
Yes.
I saw plenty of hood shit, okay? And I saw plenty of Wall Street shit.
Let me ask you a question. Because it strikes me, and maybe the majority of the audience, that you may have saw most of the shit via TV, all right? Via the internet. I don't really think you were witnessing everything up close. You were maybe in the vicinity. Or when I mean, yes, it happened in your neighborhood. But when you kind of paint it in that light, there's some people that think that you were around people who were doing shootouts, or they were robbing other gangs, or they were dealing in gang life in general. Like, you don't come across like nothing.
I'm too
nothing
smart
about.
I was too smart as a kid to fuck with gangs. But it didn't mean that I didn't see the shit. It didn't mean that.
All right, hold on. Me as well, right? Listen,
Yeah.
I am extremely proud about that. However, I never ever claim, right, that I'm like, yo, I used to, I can't relate to how Bobby Shmurda grew up. Like, the choices he had to make when he had no fucking option.
You knew kids selling drugs who were probably 14, 15, correct?
Yeah, but knowing them doesn't mean I've experienced it or lived it.
But all right, no, you weren't fucking selling baggies to base heads for $20. Neither was I.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you didn't. There are people who are very sheltered in this world, and I'm not one of them. That's all I'm saying. I've seen guns up close. I've had them pointed at me. I've been in fights in the hood.
Have you ever let off a Draco? Be honest.
No.
I mean, how much have you seen then? Like, if you haven't let off the Draco, I mean, that's a quintessential part of growing up.
I'd rather, and like you said, I'm proud it never happened. All I'm saying is I'm not like people. And look, there's a difference between what I'm saying and what people assume. People assume I grew up with a silver spoon. And closest you'll get to a gun is fucking shooting a pheasant in the Hamptons. I'm much closer to a block than 99% of CEOs and 99% of people like me. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I was fucking.
Let's break it down a little bit more, right? I mean, a pistol, a gun, even to some extent a Draco, is. I mean, they're weapons, but let's not act like that's where really being connected to street life is, right? Usually, when I consider people coming from that type of environment, you're making choices because you're back against the wall. You have
Right.
no other choice, right? You may not be dumb, right? Again, for you and for me, we're fortunate to have other options, but there's some people that don't, right? So again, uh, could you honestly understand the choices those people make when they have no other choice, when you had multiple other choices, right? You
Because
you were
I'm
you
lucky. I'm very lucky. I had a family unit that was barely put together, but it was there, and I was very, very, very blessed with intelligence. And I thank God every day for that. But if I wasn't, look, I do know people that they had no choice, and that was what they had to do. And all I'm saying is, I can relate a little bit more than I think some people can appreciate to this world, to this scene, to this music. And, I identify with it. I told Jay-Z when I met him that his music inspired me to succeed. And, it's true. And I don't have to, I'm not going to pretend I'm something I'm not. And you would see through it if I did. But I'm not saying that I wanted to be clear that I'm from Brooklyn. I didn't have a silver spoon. Made it on my bootstraps. I'm very proud of that. But no, I wasn't letting off shots on the block, and I'm glad I didn't. And I look down on people that do that. And
all right. I actually agree with you with that, and I'll give you props. And yes, I am capable of. I'm giving it up when necessary, right? Like I do believe you're one of those people who pulls yourself up by the bootstraps. I don't feel like you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, right? But what I do get, and I feel like it oozes out of you, and I got to say pause for my hip hop audience, which will sexualize that. But what I do get from when you speak about hip hop, when you kind of speak in general, but more especially to the hip hop audience, or when you speak about hip hop in general, you seem like number one, you seem a little bit condescending. Number two, you seem like you're appropriate, right? Just because you tend to do or you feed into some of the most stereotypical things that somebody that has no idea about the culture, has no roots, no ties, only commercial, like you only care about the commercial aspects of it, or trying to see how you could either monetize it, which we see a lot in hip hop. There's tons of people, they call those people culture vultures, right? They come in, they only care about trying to monetize shit and just profit off stuff, and you could tell by their demeanor, just they don't give a fuck. They don't really give a fuck, and they actually, if anything, they put on an act that is so clearly seen through that it's kind of like, yo, get this guy out of here. It's corny.
I've got one business, making money from trading stock certificates. This stock certificate is worth millions. I buy them, I sell them. That's what I do. I don't make a business in hip hop. I'm never going to make a business in hip hop. It's not what I do.
So what's your fascination with it? And especially,
I love the music like you do. I'm a fan. And yes, we've all seen Scarface. We've all seen Belly 100 times. Like, we all, like, there's some romanticization of that life. Mm-hmm. And sometimes you want to live the best parts of it, the tough guy parts of it. You don't want to live the worst parts of it. And we could sometimes play pretend. And we know some rappers that play pretend a little too much.
There's a bunch of them that do. I point them out on a daily.
And that's right. And it's fun, it's cool. But yeah, when you actually take the shit too far and you show your friend some fucking the tech on the dresser, and they're like, yo, where'd you get that? Get that out of here. Like, I don't. And you're like, oh, you're not really about this. Like, there are parts of your life where you realize that, this fantasy is not to be lived out in real life. Like, you don't want suitcases of cash and guns and drugs. Like, that's not a good thing. And I know it's not a good thing.
All right, to simplify, because I kind of hear it, but you're kind of going in and out of it, right? So you do, right, somehow, you adopt to a personality for rap. It doesn't mean you don't care or whatever, but, because some of the stuff I see, like, when you pose with five, like the most fucking non-threatening goons ever, and you try to get a ghost face. I'm like, this guy, like, he's either now just playing a role, or his satire's off the chart, which I love satire.
It was satire. I was playing homage to his video about Action Bronson. And again,
let me ask you a question. And again, I'm sorry I'm cutting you off a lot, but
okay.
why didn't you get the goons for me? Like, I mean, you think I'm pussy or some shit? Like, why not the goons in the background?
Ghost did a video about action. And I swear to you, I played that video in my corporate boardroom for 2 weeks straight because it was to me, it was amazing. It was entertaining. And that was satire. Ghost ain't shooting anybody. He's Hollywood, man. But he did.
I'm not sure if that was satire, as maybe he just wouldn't follow through. I don't think he. Like when I make, like, I have a channel called The Warren Chirac. It's a satire laden channel, as in I'm trying to convey a message, but it's with a weird and twisted humor.
By the way, we played that after on my Turing Pharmaceuticals boardroom.
Yeah.
We played Ghost's video against action, and then we played your Chirac stuff about shots going off in the hood in Chirac, and we to me it's entertainment. Obviously, there's nothing funny about people dying in Chicago with gunfire, but I have an appreciation for parts of the culture that are the Scarface, the mafioso, it's the same reason people love to see The Godfather. It's the same reason people love to hear Jay-Z put out an album called American Gangster, and it's interesting and it's fascinating. But there is also real life, and real life where there's rappers like I have some friends who are rappers in New York struggling. They're probably not going to make it as rappers in the long run.
Hey, speaking of which, I do have two questions, but the first one which just immediately comes to mind. I just heard like fucking sirens in the background. You in the hood, my nigga? Like, what's going on? Like, you're supposed to be rich. Hey, you know what does fuck me up and kind of continue in the same realm? Like, you'll say a board meeting, and it sounds very big and just like grandiose type of thing, but then we see you in the fucking apartment. We never see you in the boardroom, right? You seem to be in a dingy apartment, right? Which, of course, New York City is probably still more than most people's, maybe even mortgage, right? But it doesn't look like you're fucking living the life of somebody who could be worth tens of millions, right? And when the fuck do you actually get to the fucking boardroom? Because we be seeing you in the crib a lot.
I don't take my Periscope to the boardroom, and I can't. I mean, it's just not, I used to stream sometimes from my office, and what people found weird is I didn't have a corner office. I sat with the troops because that's what a good leader does. And you exposed Soldier for his Airbnb, right?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
He didn't like it. He didn't like it.
I can imagine.
He didn't like it.
and we talked about that in our offices too. And I think the richest people. There's two kinds of rich people. There's insecure rich people that need to show off their money, and there's people who like to make money and like to keep making it, and it doesn't matter, their surroundings or their shit. Like, I've been living in the same apartment building for 5 or 6 years. I got no interest in moving out. I like the place. Could I live? I got employees that live 100 times better off than me, but you know what? If they need that to sleep at night, to take fat, to take whatever their accomplishments and to see them every day, God bless them. But I think that's insecurity. And I've only been rich for a short period of time, man.
All right, so material possessions wise, right? So material possession wise, because again, like, I mean, you've I don't want to. I'll kind of lean off saying appropriated hip hop in some way, but you kind of know the culture, right? You know a part of hip hop is showing off the wealth. Why ain't you pulling up with a Maybach, Rolls Royce? The new thing is a Wraith or a Bentley Bentayga.
I don't know that's like, so when
do you own any of this? Like, do you do you fly a private jet? Like, what's going on?
I actually shared for quite a while a jet with Wayne. Believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, is it the same jet company who sued him for like $2.3 million because he didn't
pay? I did notice that as well.
Did you pay?
I pay my jet bills.
Really?
We use the same thing, and in the Rich Money, the Rich Gang song "Lifestyle," which I love that song. It's the same fucking plane, and we looked at the music video and we were like, "Yo, that's our plane!" Yeah. And it's a rent a jet.
Hey, relax. Don't start telling trade secrets. Like, these people who watch me, they believe that's like Birdman and fucking Young Thug's plane. Like, don't tell them it's rented. The fuck?
There's very few people actually buy airplanes lock, stock, and barrel. And if you're out there what Soldier even said he had a Gulfstream and he reupholstered it with all Louis shit. Like,
all right, listen, Soldier's a liar. Like, I mean, yo, I could expose Soldier Boy on so many things. I just decided to stop. Like, he would DM me like, "Yo, you're hurting my brain," and I'm like, "Yo, why are you lying so much?" Or I'm like, if you're gonna lie, just don't challenge me because it makes me seem like a liar, and my platform is based on credibility, right? So like he rents everything he owns. I mean, I think he's renting the fucking chain he got on. Like he's renting cars, which again, there's nothing wrong with it because I get the hip hop thing. It's about giving off a lifestyle, right? Just relating to you, like it does strike me. I won't say it's odd, but I look at him like there's nothing of crazy possessions that you own that you have ever flexed other than music.
Some stuff, but like at the end of the day, like
what's up? You got a dinosaur egg, man? What's up, man? I need to see something.
I was gonna come on here and I was thinking about stunting. I was gonna show you my Rough Riders chain or something.
Show me the bank account. Fuck that.
Yeah, no, that's what exactly right. The stock portfolio is a lot more boring, but it's more important.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have $1 million in the bank, like just like liquid?
Absolutely, yeah.
10 million?
No, 5.
5? Really? Okay.
You don't want too much cash. You want to invest the cash. Why would you want so much cash lying around? The cash is meant to be invested, and ultimately, like the whole flossing thing, like there's that phrase "hood rich," right? And one guy I've been able to become friends with throughout this whole craziness is Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
And this guy, to me, is a financial genius. And everybody should listen to him. He says, I'm not rich. The guy who owns my team that pays me is rich. And, he's been at the NFL for a while. But,
wait. Chad Johnson's washed up. He's out of here. But there's a distinction between rich and wealthy. Like, okay, LeBron is rich. Dan Gilbert is wealthy, right? That's the guy who signs the contract.
I'd say they're both very, very, very extremely wealthy. But regardless of that, the point is like Ocho I like because he doesn't invest in stuff. He holds his money. He doesn't spend money. Look, is he getting millions of dollars as a player anymore? No. But I do get the sense that he's been smart with his money and he never stunted and showed off like a maniac. And part of why I've got the Carter 5.
Yeah, but this one fucks me up too, right? What pleasure do you get in having a $2 million Wu-Tang album sitting on your fucking dresser like
that's the thing.
Like a coaster, right? And then you're still living a very modest lifestyle. Like if you're living such a modest lifestyle in terms of I'm guessing not only your house and other things, why the fuck do you buy that expensive purchase, right? Do you just love music that much? Because
I do. That's the thing. So $2 million for a Wu-Tang album, that's a $2 million donation to the Wu-Tang clan. It is not...
Hey, I take donations too, bro.
Right. No, exactly. And it's not a stunting thing. Like, a little bit, sure. But at the end of the day... being able to say you have something nobody else has, it's obviously for the ego, it's wonderful. If you're an egomaniac, it's great. And people build, I know a lot of these people in finance.
So you're admitting that you're an egomaniac, right?
Let me say this.
Okay.
Even President-elect Trump, when you need your name on every building and you need Trump this and Trump that, I mean, it says something about you. And I know a lot, I'm not calling him out because there are hundreds of people like him who are 100 times worse, who they buy every.
I mean that's a little bit different because the name Trump is a brand. I know personally that,
and that's fine. That's great.
Trump's name is on some buildings he has nothing to do with. Like his brand is worse.
There are cats that do what I do, and they will never be happy until they own every Picasso. They'll never be happy until they own everything. I bought one stupid little Wu-Tang thing, and it wasn't because I'm an egomaniac. If I was an egomaniac, I would have like you said, I'd have a different place. I'd have a different style, et cetera, et cetera. I'm comfortable with who I am.
Is that a studio apartment?
This is 2-bedroom. This is 1 bedroom out of a 2-bedroom.
True. Hey, that'd
be interesting living in a studio apartment.
That would be, right? I mean, listen. All right, so I mean, do you ever? Because I know you do have, and again, I don't want to get into anything to do with like your pharmaceutical beefs, because I understand a little bit. It's way too much to even explain. But like, do you ever think that somebody's gonna kick down the door, blasting a Drake or something like that? I mean, it don't look like you got like you probably got a doorman downstairs, but I'm pretty sure like you're pretty accessible, right?
Very, and I tell people all the time, come to K Slade is one of my favorite guys in the game. My brother and I love K Slade because he seems to be authentic, for better or worse. And on his mixtapes, I mean, sometimes he'll even shout his phone number out.
Yeah.
He'll shout his, he'll say, "Come find me on 125th," like etc. And I always tell people, I'm on 40th, 40th and 2nd. It's not exactly Harlem, but it's my hood. And you know what? I love that shit. The people in the neighborhood, they do know me. The Dunkin' Donuts people know me. Everybody on the block actually does know me. And
wait, hold on. Do the drug dealers know you? Okay.
There are no drug dealers here.
But that's not the hood. Yeah, like you chilling, you cooling. Hold on. Yo, if I came over to your apartment, right, could we listen to the Carter 5 in its entirety? Or what you believe is the Carter 5?
Sure.
I'm going to hold you to that.
If we get to the place where I want you around me, then,
Oh, are you scared?
We still have some shit to settle, but...
No, hold on. We could catch a fade in one room and then go listen to the Carter 5 in the next. Bloody lip and everything. What's the problem?
Look, I appreciate that you're that kind of guy, and
I'm that type of guy.
That's great, but
as long as no guns, no Dracos. Like if you beat me up, I would probably periscope and be like, this guy kicked my ass. But yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll go the other way. But still,
or vice versa, exactly. But look, it's obviously been nice talking to you. I think that Wu-Tang. This was an ability to absolutely take a little bit of the ego stuff and be able to say, I paid the most amount of money ever for a piece of music. Is that cool to say? Sure. But am I the kind of guy going around and saying that to everybody? No.
Yeah.
I care about, I'm an authentic person. I don't, I like what hip hop represents. It represents, and I never want to be called a culture vulture, because at the end of the day, like, this is a culture that is hopefully all-inclusive. It's not exclusive. It's not, it's for everybody to appreciate. And for the Wu-Tang Clan, they didn't sell a lot of copies their last album. This was a financially better move for them than putting out this album.
All right, hold on. All right, well, let me propose something to you. My man Troy Average, he flopped. He just got shot like twice in the same year. How about you buy his album? What's up? Like, pay him $2 million. He don't even got to put out the next thing I'm going to just send to my...
There are a lot of famous rappers that have asked me to copy the Wu-Tang thing with them. And I don't know a lot about Troy Ave, but...
you don't feel bad for him? Like, he just got shot driving a Maserati. What do you drive, by the way?
I don't have a car.
You don't have a car? Do you have a driver? Like,
if I need to go somewhere, I'll have a driver.
You're not calling the fucking Uber, are you? Please don't. Okay.
But I take a cab sometimes. Absolutely.
Take a cab?
Sure.
The fuck? Sure. What luxuries do you get, like, with having that much money? Like, what's the point? Like, don't tell me you have like listen, I love Wu-Tang and everything. I love even Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? I'm glad which we're gonna get back to this Carter 5 thing. What is it? What's the luxuries?
This is the disconnect between you and me. Like, are
you fucking hella bitches? What's up?
Definitely. But regardless of that,
are they bad?
The secret, some of them are, I gotta admit, are not.
Wait, you're fucking ugly bitches and you're rich? Oh, hell no.
From time to time, we all, it is what it is.
Nah, it's broke nigga practices, man. Broke nigga practices.
No, you could take me out the hood, but
hey, since I got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, I stopped fucking fat bitches. They're done. Okay?
That's beautiful.
I pull up my YouTube page and I show them what's up. I tell them bitches to hit the door. Okay, hit the door and hit the gym. All right, that's just how it goes.
I'm just not as handsome, but anyway,
I ain't handsome either. I'm ugly as hell. It just works. Like, you're a millionaire. Like, you know what it is. Stop acting like you don't.
Women, look.
You know what it is? They see that you're worth all type of wild money, right? You bring them to the apartment. They're like, what the fuck? This is where we gonna be kicking it. You got to get a big apartment, bro.
The rest of the apartment's nice, by the way. It's just this little part is my music room. I got a lot of music equipment here.
Did you see Soldier Boy's $6 million penthouse? Indoor pool, outdoor pool,
I wanted to cry. Like, I'm so sorry that all happened. And my buddy said, I just was like, because I'm friendly with Soldier Boy. I like him a lot as an artist. But when that whole thing went down, I was cringing. And then apparently he doubled down. As my friend told me, he doubled down on the lies.
Yeah, he does.
Really bad. And
Yo, he said I will be here. He used to be on Snapchat saying I'm gonna be here every day because I own this place. He's not in there anymore. He got evicted, right? Like they're like, you know what? Listen, you're bringing out a property value. Get the fuck on out of here. They kick this nigga out. Bring your Draco somewhere else, nigga.
but I just want to say, I'm not an attention seeker. I'm not a liar. Do I like to play jokes? Absolutely.
Do you admit that it's hard to distinguish the jokes from serious claims?
You know, I certainly don't want that to be the case, and this experience has taught me something, and that's why I wanted to play the snippet. And part of a good joke is that it sometimes is harder to tell. At least right away, it shouldn't be obvious, right? But when I start crying about Daquan taking my Bitcoins, at that point, I hope. But you know what? You're right. There were newspapers printing out that I lost $15 million in Bitcoins. And, it's ridiculous.
Hey, I believe you have a YouTube channel because I've seen you subscribe to me. But you know what clickbait is, right?
Yes,
and even when you tweet something like this, right? Like if I tweet out now, I just met up with Shkreli and I slapped the fuck out of him. He won't be able to speak right for a month. Right? And then 2 tweets later, I'm like, oh yeah, I mean like verbally smack the fuck out of him. Everyone's gonna run with it. Every blog, yo, Akademiks smack Shkreli. They'll probably Photoshop your face to seem like you got slapped, right? Because when you make that claim, nobody gives a fuck about the retraction. Everybody just cares about the claim because the claim gets the clicks, and you know this. Like you're not a naive individual to like social media or media in general or hip hop. So again, I like how you're kind of saying, hey, everyone should know, but you're well aware of what you're doing, and you're well aware of the people that will not get the joke.
I hear you, and I don't, like I said, in the Kanye thing, I tried to make that so over the top, so insane that there was no ambiguity. When it came to the Big Sean thing, again, if people ask me twice or TMZ reaches out, I always tell them straight. I said, no, that was a troll. That was not real. And, part of what I do, you do your thing. I don't get any money from what I do. I don't look to get any money from what I do. I enjoy the sort of pseudo.
Yo, you're rich. Yo, matter of fact, man, listen, man, we got like 8,000 people in here, man. Can we do a giveaway with your money? What's up?
No.
Listen. As broke as I am, and according to Soulja Boy, I live in my mama's basement. I give away like randomly like $100 to my like viewers and shit. Can we give away like 1,000 right now? What's up?
If you
like
got
a gift card.
If you got a good way, and I can give a card. If you got a good way to do it, I'm all ears. But
no, absolutely. Like we can figure out something to do. Like I mean, I just want to see tangible stuff being done. Again, it's not like I do it because I appreciate people even tuning in. You get me? Like just like you, as in I'm not sure about like live streaming and periscoping, or maybe just everything you do online. Like live streaming for me is not really profitable, right? But like the connection to the people who support me and watch my videos and everything else I do, like, is really valuable. So, like, I mean, we're in a Christmas spirit. I know I've given away about 500, which not a lot to you, but that's a lot to me. That's mama's rent, right?
500,000?
$500. Okay, relax, buddy. Okay, if you want to give out 500 racks, give me $4.99, and we can give 1,000 to the rest of the people. But I'm saying, could we do something like that?
Impromptu again.
Okay, let me ask you. Either that, or could we get a little bit of the card of 5? Because the people, they want to hear it a little bit. Again, we know you can't play all the tracks.
I want to support you. I want to be absolutely, for people who love hip hop, you're a source. You're a person to go to, and I think you're gonna have an incredible future in doing it. Whether it's a TV show, a radio show, or whatever you do. And that's fantastic. I think, again, the way you go about
what you do. Sometimes, and it's part of what you have to do. And I understand it and appreciate it a little bit more, especially now. But, it's a careful line between being provocative and being truthful and being interesting. And I will say that you manage that line well. And you're not, like we were just saying, fake news, you could do it, but people will stop listening to you. And you'll get 1 or 2 clicks.
And that's the reason why, right? And I offer this to anybody I do a story about, right? Like, if I said something that I am not correct about, or I'm 100% wrong, or I just made up some bullshit, I will do this with any rapper. And if that's the case and I'm wrong, I'll apologize, right? If somehow you could prove that I was 100% wrong, I'd be like, hey, listen, Marty, Big Gucci Marty, you're right.
Well, what I wanted to do is, in media, they have a term called embargo. And what it means, or they call on background, which means, confidential. Confidentially, I can show you the entire process of this fucked up Carter 5 thing. But again, the details have to stay between you and me.
Well, I get to hear it.
But you get to see the whole shit about how it went down, what happened,
and I would get to hear the entire thing, not see.
We could talk about what it's on me to determine what I want to show you or not. But at the very least, I want to show you how this fucked up deal came about. And
I do believe there's a deal in place, but I mean, contracts never really impressed me like the music would.
Not just trust me, you want to see what I have to offer. It is a very interesting backstory of how this album came into my hands. In terms of listening to it, the risk of me losing $30 million.
Do you have a non-disclosure with the person who supposedly gave it to you?
Nope, it's totally fine. It's just a matter of.
Did they have a lawyer?
They have a lawyer. I have a lawyer.
Really?
The question is, if any of us plays this shit publicly, I mean, that is a nightmare. That is the universal saying, you took our property, you played it, it's now worthless. We're going to make $30 million. You're going to owe us $30 million. And if I were a judge, I would smack my gavel and be like, $30 million right now. And that's not the risk anybody should take for stunting. And can a select group of friends hear it? You, me, Dave Chappelle, and Kanye West get in a room and listen to it? Sure. But we can't play it live. We can't, it's just there's no upside,
Yeah, but you did play a step. What I'm really trying to, and again, it's really for my audience, right? I mean, for my own sanity is one thing, but I really do pretty much everything I do for my audience, right? I mean, I think I've earned enough currency and trust where if, say, I did hear it confidentially and I say, hey, listen, this is 100% legit, he's completely right, they'll probably believe me, right? But again, for their sanity as well, they heard like 10 seconds. You give me like 10 seconds. I'm not sure if I'm one of the people who follow me who, let's say, you're more intelligent than the rest, and I'm sorry to shit on the rest of y'all, but I would probably still be skeptical. Like, yeah, you spoke to him about the album, and he couldn't even play a fucking snippet. Like, he can't even play an outro with no words.
I don't think it's bad to be skeptical, and I think you obviously have been skeptical with a lot of people in the game, and to be honest, you've been
because the game is based on lies, and I
Yes.
deal with these liars. So yeah, listen. The funny thing is, these guys, they hit me in the DMs, and they'll say to me like I'm in on the lie, like I'm profiting from their lie. Like, hey, yo, like I thought we have an understanding. Like, hey, I sent you a song last month. Why are you exposing me for lying now? And I'm like, that has nothing to do with each other. Like, you shouldn't be lying to your fans. I'm a fan. I'm not your associate. I'm not a business partner. I'm a fan with a voice, and as hard as I could go for the people who are fans just like me, I would. But again, I think we're still dancing around it. Is there any way you could play any snippet other than what we've heard? I'm not saying an entire song. It could be very brief.
Again, Wu-Tang, I own the rights. I could do whatever I want. Lil Wayne, this is not
you can do whatever you want because from what I understand with that, you can't commercially distribute it. and you can't
Yeah,
make
I
a
can
profit
play it.
off of it.
I can play it right now, and
Yeah, you could play that. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some emails, I'll get some calls, but people will be pissed off. But at the end of the day, it's not a big deal. Carter 5, that's people have to eat off that, right? People have been waiting to eat off that, and for me to take food off their table, not only is it lawsuits, it's despicable. It's
Yeah,
more.
but we're
more
not asking you to give a complete song, right? In the same way how you play the 10-second snippet, right? Just to kind of let us hear, like, oh, okay, wow, this is music, or this is 3 lines we've never heard Lil Wayne say before, right?
It's very dangerous. I prefer to stay safe. You know, there's I played what I had to play. Anymore, I'm risking some serious, serious business that I'd just rather not be a part of. I think the shit's gonna come out sooner than later. We'll see. I hope it comes out. I don't want to, like, that's the other thing. People telling me I'm keeping music from them or something like that. Give me a fucking break, man. I love the music. I think hip hop's a wonderful force for good in the world. I heard you talking about a little bit on your Twitch about, maybe a little bit of racism or subtle or etc. I think I'm the least racist person I know. I also wanted to clear the air on that.
I don't think I accuse you of being racist. I accuse you of possibly using some appropriation to specifically target and appeal to individuals in hip hop, which you wouldn't to another audience. You get me? Like, I feel you specifically either get a particular accent, bravado, or you do specific things, as in you're speaking to usually people of color,
Yep.
than you would normally have, because I've seen live streams of yours where you're talking strictly business and you're speaking about investing, and it's a completely different type of tone. And for some people, they might just say, "Oh, this guy is a wigger," but I'm like, no, this guy, he knows what he's doing, but he probably thinks he's communicating better with you by doing this,
I
right?
want people from all areas of economic wealth or lack thereof, poverty, to know that they can be successful, and they don't, that we can like the same music. Because for a long time, and this isn't true anymore, thankfully, but when I was growing up, hip hop was not music for everybody. Rap was not music for everybody. Rap was a small niche that was associated with not great things. And today, rap's the top of the charts, and it's wonderful. And I want everyone to understand, I think they do understand, that you can come from any neighborhood, listen to this kind of music, still be a CEO, still be really successful. And, I listen to it, and you don't have to be a Harvard graduate, a silver spoon in your mouth person to be successful. And I hope that I'm not quite a role model, but, I hope that for some people I inspire them, and that they can be, a little bit successful, or have dreams of being successful, and look at me and say, you know what? He sort of looks like me, he sort of talks like me, he's rough around the edges, and that's fantastic. And, I think that appealing to the youth and appealing to people that, are maybe not, they don't expect to be successful. I know people, who they come from Staten Island or they come from Brooklyn, they say, I'm never going to be successful like you, etc. And I say, why not? Why can't you be? And I think that that's a big story in hip hop as well, and that's why I identify with it. It's a lot of stories about people who don't have a lot of money, who came from nothing, becoming successful. And, I want to support that. I don't want to hurt it in any way, shape, or form. And anytime someone accuses
You ever
me
fuck a black chick? I gotta ask.
Oh, man. No.
You're taking way too long to think about
Yeah,
it.
the answer is no.
You've definitely fantasized about it by the way you just like
There were
sighed.
like 2 or 3 girls where it just didn't happen. It's in the progress of happening. You know this girl, Teacher Bay?
Is she a stripper?
No. So this is the girl who got fired from her job because she wore clothes that were too...
Wait, no, she didn't get fired. She follows me on Instagram.
You get my point.
Yeah.
That girl.
You trying to fuck her?
I text her all the time.
Really? You trying to hire her?
What's that?
You trying to hire her?
Sorry?
Are you trying to hire her? You know what I mean? In
No.
your sex slave shop. What's up?
Dude, no, I could hit it anytime. Is what
You
I'm saying.
could. Oh shit.
Absolutely.
You thought?
No. But
I'm about to DM. Hold up, man. You got me fucked up.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, how do you know you could hit it anytime? If you haven't hit it, motherfucker. Like,
I just tell, man. I can just tell.
so you know you could smash.
Anytime.
Really?
And there's a specific reason I'm not sure I want to. But when I saw the photos, I said, I got to meet this girl.
Yeah.
So, I got in touch with her. And
Did you meet her?
Nope. I was very close, and I just said, this is not for me.
Ass too fat, right? I get it, bro. I get it. Ass too motherfucking fat. I get you, bro. I get you, man. It seems like you're scared of the pussy, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's not that. It's I don't know, like, to me, there are definitely a lot of black girls that I really find attractive, and it just never worked out for whatever reason. It's never happened. I fucked my first Asian girl like not too long ago.
Yeah.
So have you fucked a white girl?
Of course. Hey, one of my best experiences with a white chick. She changed my life. She actually let me know the difference between black chicks and white chicks get down. Like, she was doing shit to me and then I was looking at her like, what the fuck? Like, do you believe in God? And then she looked at me and she said, don't all the chicks you get with do this? And at that time I was only fucking black and Spanish chicks, and I was like, what the fuck? No. But I lied to her. I was like, oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, that chick changed my whole sexual experience. But all right, man. I mean, listen, just wrapping up, man. Like, is there anything you could offer to the people who are watching, who are in doubt just like me? Because even after this conversation, I know you have something. I don't know what it is or the amount you have, right? So I really don't know how much you have. You could just have a song. You could really just be bluffing and we had just had a good conversation. And that's about it. Or you could possibly have the project or have what you believe is a project, and you're seriously considering or you're concerned about these possible legal ramifications, which are real. But the only thing that strikes me a little bit odd is that you didn't care about it when you first played it.
It was foolish. I shouldn't have done it, and I'm not going to do it now. And I don't know your audience anything. I don't know you anything. When I played it, I was very excited. I got a little too crazy.
All right, do you have like a track listing you could give us? Could you tell us how many songs?
And like I said, there's no, I'm telling, I understand that you've got a lot of credibility with your audience, etc. I paid $2 million for the album. I'm telling you I have this album. I'm not trolling. I'm not saying,
Yeah, but one of the albums you do have, like the group that sold it to you, they're like, yeah, we sold it to him, right? Like press releases and all that came out. This one, like Wayne is like, what the fuck? How does he have it, right?
It's a different circumstance. It's a very, like I said, I'm willing behind the scenes to show you the crazy ass story that occurred that made this happen. But there's some things that I just can't be for everybody. And I know your fans, maybe want all these details and all that, but they're going to have to keep guessing, unfortunately, because it is. And again, I'm not trying to diffuse skepticism. I'm not Soldier Boy. People can be skeptical of me. It doesn't change my day.
No. Soldier Boy doesn't do that either. He builds onto the lie. He ones up it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He never backs down.
and I don't have an album to sell. I don't have merchandise to sell. I got my investments. I'm happy with them. It's not going to change whether or not I tell you about a track listing. Won't change whether IBM or Microsoft goes up or down. And in due time, under the right circumstances, of course. But I've stuck my neck out pretty far, a little too far, and I'm good with where I'm at right now. But obviously, I'm open to doing whatever, playing some Wu-Tang, playing some Carter 5 under the right circumstances.
You did say you have some unreleased Tupac, and that actually piques my interest as well. Just real quickly, but how did you get that? If you do have it. Is that something you could play? And what is the circumstances of you having that as opposed to it being out, right? And how are you sure that nobody else has it, right?
The traditional way most people get music like that is through hacks. And I will be frank that a good chunk of my record, my unreleased collection, is a lot of it is hacked, and it's traded in hacker communities. Um, and some of it, if you look hard enough, you can find it. Some of it you can't. It's hacked and it's secret. Like I said, there are hackers that have Carter 5, and they probably they may even have the Wu-Tang, and they're trading it amongst each other, and for them, they get to joke about it and enjoy it. I sometimes trade with these people, the Pac stuff. To be honest, like any of this unreleased shit is of low quality. Because if it was good, it'd be out. It'd been sold, right? And there's so much unreleased garbage out there that, to be honest, nobody really wants to hear. And because the good stuff's out, you can buy the good stuff. These people that control these libraries of music, they want to sell it. They don't leave anything. They pick the bones. That's why every year there's a new fucking album that comes out and new merchandise to buy, 10th anniversary edition, 20th anniversary edition. So the unreleased scene is not that exciting. The only really exciting shit is stuff like this, like Carter 5, where it really isn't unreleased. It's more of a sneak peek, and you had a head start. And again, I love music so much that I still appreciate that kind of stuff because it is still
Right,
cool to me.
but about the copy you have, right? In terms of even Carter 5, I mean, you could certainly, you should be able to answer certain questions, right? Still not previewing the music because, that would be for me, and I believe some of my audience, like, hey, oh shit, here's another snippet, but which is fine, I get it. The legal ramifications would trump that, even though you played it before, whatever. But could you confirm features? Like, who's on it? Like, is Young Thug on it? Is Birdman fucking spitting a soliloquy? Is he fucking just rubbing his hand for like 30 seconds? Is he saying Playboy? Like, is Drake on it? Nicki? Like, who's on this shit?
To steal their thunder would be disrespect to the game, right? To take their
You already did.
And I don't want to do it anymore. To take their product and steal the thunder.
So you're almost regretting that you even said you had it.
Absolutely. Wayne is one of the greatest rappers ever. And
have they reached out to you, by the way?
No.
Because they've reached out to tons of people.
Yes, and that's fine.
To get in contact with you, which is funny.
Oh, interesting. Look, he's one of the greatest rappers ever. I have reverence for him. I got more reverence for Jay-Z, but I have so much respect for the body of work, that to kind of be like, oh, well, Drake does this track and this so-and-so does this track. That's kind of shitty thing to do, and I didn't appreciate that the second I got it, but it's their album. It's for them to figure out. Like I said, people still have to eat with this album, and it's just, even though there's probably no legal problems that could come of it, and you know what? An album that's 2 years in the waiting should be leaked a million times over, as you know. So they got a small miracle that it's not out yet. And I just don't want to take their thunder. It would be disrespectful. It's like that. It's a really shitty thing to do. If Wayne ever saw me, he would smack me for what right do I have to?
A lot of people would smack you.
What right do I have to talk about his album and his creation, his work of art that he slaved over? Wrong word. That he worked hard over.
Hey, if my man 21 Savage saw you, would probably smack the shit out of you. Like, you say he was holding up fake money. 21 Savage.
I don't know if it was fake or not. And
Marty, I feel like you're backing off a lot of things, man. A lot of things, man.
I say,
which is such a different Marty that I saw. I saw a big Gucci Marty, and I know I know the satire that's involved with even you know what's funny, and I kid you not, I felt like there were so many people calling me, reaching out, hey, you okay? Oh snap, he's threatening. I'm like, well, first, I was trying to tell everyone I deal with threats all the time. I swear, even the government reached out to me. It was weird people who reach out to me. They were trying to get me to verify stuff. I'm like, get the fuck on out of here. But I feel like you're backing off of everything. Like the person you were when you backed up that claim to say, no, motherfucker, like, yo, I'm real. Like, I'm not these other fake guys you deal with. Which I agree, they're fake as fuck. Like Soldier Fraud is the fakest person in hip hop. He's actually probably the fakest ever. But he's made a career of it, right? And most of these guys, they are fake. Even if they start out with good intentions, you realize just the monetary benefits will trump you being just authentic or you just not playing into this quote unquote fake game. But I feel like you're just backpedaling out of everything, bro.
Look, unlike you, I can admit a mistake. And, I am willing to say that leaking the Wayne was a mistake. I don't know Savage. I don't even know his music. For all I know, that was real money. I paid Fetty $100 to do a Christmas party for me. Yeah. So I don't doubt that a guy like Savage could have $250. Walking around with it, whatever, to me, it's sort of a fake gesture, right? Because you know that $250 isn't nothing to him. It's something. It's big. And he's celebrating it for a reason. If I said, that, and I think I recall saying it, that it was fake, I made a mistake. I was caught up in the moment. And it doesn't mean that, like I said, I was at an interview at a TV station and security had to escort me out because I threatened the guy. And
threatened to do what?
To punch him.
Like break this threat down to me. How do you threaten somebody? Because I'm not gonna lie. If I was probably face to face with you, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you. I'd probably die laughing. Like I'd probably be like, oh, this is like Soldier Boy, because you know what? I feel like you're a cool guy. Trust me. I don't think you're. Despite what most people think about, I don't think you're anything like that. I feel like you're a cool guy, but you do play a character which seems to fool so many people.
I got a short temper. If look, I'm not gonna punch a guy that I think it would like be like the equivalent of like a slap or a mosquito bite. This guy was just skinnier than me, so I would have punched him. And this dude was asking for it. I told as a reporter, and I told him to stay away from me, to never reach out to me, etc. And the dude just kept pushing my buttons and. I bodied him, and I had this coffee in my hand, and I didn't want to do the bitch move of splashing the coffee in his face.
It's a love and hip hop move. That's a love and hip hop move. It's total sucker move.
It's a sucker move. I had the coffee because I was doing a TV show, and I did the TV show, and I said I'm only gonna do the show on the condition that this guy doesn't show up because I hate this guy, and he shows up anyway. I had to go throw away the coffee, and by the time I was there, this is a Bloomberg television. The security guard was escorting me out. But no, I was pretty angry at the guy, and in the right circumstance, look, I'm a man, and it is what it is. But no, I'm not. If you continue to if you would have continued to call me a liar, and just been like, oh, Martin doesn't have shit, et cetera, and at least not be able to be like, look, let's break down what I've got, what I don't have, what the circumstance. Like, you're a reasonable guy, but if you just kept shots coming at me with no, absolutely no.
Hold on, but you do know that even now, right? Even after how long we've been talking? We've been talking over an hour and 30 minutes. I still can't definitively say right now. You know what I would say, and just to say to you that you're not surprised and you have to go on
absolutely
a Hulk Hogan video threatening me again. I would probably say he has something. He definitely didn't get it from Wayne.
I admit it.
And he just has leaked music. He has leaked music. But if he claims to be Carter 5, the finished product or whatever it is, that's just impossible. Okay? And because of that, the more he doubles down on it, the more he's a liar. Because there's no way to verify it. Number two, shoot, I've talked to the guy. He won't play it. So it's kind of like saying I have something. I won't show you what I got. Take my word from it. And you're still backing off of stuff you said before. You even admitted now that you regret even announcing that you have it, right?
I regret playing it. I'd say that because it's I don't have a license to play the music, and it's not my music. I don't own it, and I own a reproduction of it, and again, I don't mind the nuance, but a clickbait that is Martin's a whole ass tactics.
No, stop it, stop. Wait.
He's lying, and
I don't wait. I don't do those.
That.
Yeah, I don't do those type of titles. Okay, you might be talking about somebody else. My title says
as well as I did.
I said you claim.
Now I see that you're a nuanced, reasonable man, but best believe if you were like just throwing shots and doing videos on the regular about how I'm lying about having this, like, yeah, I would have loved to confront you, and
so you would pull up. Oh, snap.
The beast would be unleashed, man. I mean,
I feel like hold on. Just be honest. I feel like you're joking about that too, man. I don't think you're pulling up.
If someone really kind of got under my skin, I would absolutely confront them.
No, hold on. It's easy to say someone. Me.
Yeah.
So the voices sound too.
It's not a matter of like.
So you'd have pulled up on me, right? Say I was gonna be in your hood, right? You'd have pulled up on me personally.
If you would not interact like this, right? And you decline my DMs and you decline anything, and you just said he's a liar, he didn't have shit, and he's full of shit, and you just kept making videos like that, or at least that was maybe you made one video or two videos and that was it. And I knew you were in my neighborhood, or you even said you were, absolutely would try to find you.
I'm posted on the block. You don't know if I got a drink. I'm posted on the block.
Dude,
okay.
I followed Hillary Clinton. All right. So, I went to her fucking house and was like, and I was harassing her with my phone. I did it in Periscope in front of people. So if I can go after a presidential candidate, verbally at least, I can come after your ass. And it doesn't, like I said, I already got plenty of trouble to deal with that I got to deal with. But
no, but let's play this out. You see me on the block. I've been talking smack. I am not a person of reason or conversation, right? I'm on your block, right? Sirens are going off all type of crazy. Your Uber driver drops you off right by your I'm guessing some big apartment building, right? Yep. You see me, right? Clear as day. I've been popping a lot of shit. What happens?
I would come up to you and say, "Hey, Akademiks, you said I'm a liar, right?"
I would probably swing. But what's up? Okay. I'll say, okay, fine. Yeah. I said you're a liar. What's up?
Yeah, I would fucking knock you out.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay. All right.
But you're a good guy. I mean, it's fine. But
I'm a good guy. I don't push violence, and I'm always on defense. I'm always on defense, and I'm also a very rational guy. I speak to anybody if they are willing to speak, but usually a lot of people aren't good with words, so they just.
But, I've had there have been situations in my life where I've wanted, and I'm not talking about when I was a kid. I'm talking about when I was a CEO, where I had one dude who walked away with $2 million of my money.
Yeah,
I thought in a way that was not reasonable. And there were parts where I said, you know what, $2 million, man, there are people that could take care of this so fast.
Don't incriminate yourself, man, because if the cops come, they got to even ask for a subpoena. I'm giving a whole stream to them.
Thankfully, thoughts are not a crime.
Oh, okay.
But, I was just thinking.
It's not Minority Report. You're right.
Exactly. I know guys that if I really, really, really wanted that $2 million back, there's people or shit, you probably know. There's somebody where you say, look, man has $2 million of my money. I want it returned. You return it, you can hold 10%.
Hold on, fuck that. I know niggas that want $20 back.
Exactly. So, it happened. There was a big lawsuit about it. A lot's been written about it. I actually I wrote the man's wife a letter. It was not my finest hour. I regret it.
Have you ever got slapped though?
Nah.
Like 5 fingers to the face.
By a woman.
Oh, okay. It doesn't really count. But like a male, you ever been physically assaulted?
Yeah, I fought 3 guys on a 1 train once.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely, man. At the end of the day, like even you see it in the World Star videos if you need confirmation, but
you have a World Star video? Oh, send me the link.
What I'm saying is, people don't fight to fucking kill somebody, right? People fight
part of it is the love of fighting. Guys love to fight. Guys love to swing. And let's say you and I fought and you beat the shit out of me, and I'm on the floor. You're not gonna be kicking me in the head. You just kind of let it go. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, teach you a lesson. Don't fuck with academics, and you'd walk away or some shit like that.
After I recorded a whole YouTube
Exactly.
video. A whole YouTube. I get my mic out and everything. I set up my vocal booth, and right when I'm staring at you, Academics, look at this motherfucker. Right? Okay, I get you though.
So like, people fighting in New York. I've been attempted mugged twice.
Really?
And I stress the word attempted because
how much money do you carry around on you?
Not much. Most, $5,000. But usually
that's a lot. People die for $5,000.
Exactly, but usually $100, $200.
I recently won $5,000 in Atlantic City, and I felt I was rich. That's why I started giving out money on my stream. Like I felt I had too much. I'm like, hey, 100 for you, 100 for you.
I went to one of the craziest stunting experiences I've had in my life. I went to Vegas for the Pacquiao Mayweather fight, and I needed cash. I was stupid because I could have just gotten cash in Vegas, but I cleaned out an entire Chase Manhattan bank of hundreds. I had 700 grand in hundreds. And
700,000?
Yeah, and
really?
They said we can't, we just can't give you any more because that's it. We just don't have enough hundreds for the rest.
So you brought 700,000 to Vegas?
Yes.
Really? And you fucking ugly bitches? Damn, man, you hustling back, bro. Yo. Women. Hey, you need to watch this movie called Get Hard, okay? Basically, some rich motherfucker. He pays Kevin Hart to give some swag. Listen, or there's a movie called Hitch.
In 6 months, I might be serving time, so we'll see.
Hey, man.
You could be my Kevin Hart. It's perfect.
I don't know about no jail, but I know a lot of niggas.
You never did. That's the whole point of the movie. Kevin Hart didn't either.
Well, I mean, I get it. So $5,000. I mean, okay? Anyway, no. Let me get back to the last thing, and I think we're wrapping up here. But are you down to do the giveaway, man? My people need some people are starving, man. Can we give away there's a way we could do it, man. Listen, I know you have a good heart. It's not for me. You're not giving it to me. It's a bunch of people who are watching you. Some may have positive opinions.
Tell you what, I promise you this. Your next Twitch stream, you could do a giveaway of my money. I don't know if Twitch is all fucked up. Next giveaway you do will be on me. I'll say that. And we could hammer out those details in the DM. And, if you're on Twitch, you could just say, courtesy of a special guest or some shit like that.
Okay.
I know that they trip about it, but I'm not prepared to
why are you there?
I've learned in my life that if you make deals on the spot, you're usually making a bad deal. You want to go think about it because you could probably goad me into giving away 50 G's, and I just
no. Well, first of all, if you say you're giving away 50 G's, trust me, my people ain't getting no 50 G's. They're getting 1 G. I'm getting 40. Now, I just if it's 1,000, they could get it. But 50 G's? Oh shit! I got it. Yo, I went to Rutgers University. I still owe them money. I still haven't even picked up my degree. Biomathematics, still ain't picked up my degree. Fuck out of here for me to give out 50 G's to anybody. But you're much fortunate than I am.
I'm doing all the research on you. Don't worry. I know your situation with Rutgers, and I got different pieces of information about you. But like I said, I've learned that.
All right, so are these goons looking for me or what? Because you know what I mean. I literally contacted Soldier about getting a Draco. And
he knows where to get them, right?
Yeah, and then I had to forward that video of you with these mythical goons standing behind you. I had to try to figure out who they were in case they run up on me somewhere.
They weren't friends of mine, but those guys are real friends of mine.
Have they caught a body for you before or what?
No.
They pussy. Oh, see, Jesus.
One guy really wants to do dirt, but I just tell him, you're better off making the money a different way. He's like, I need 50 right now. I need 50 G's. Who can I do? I'm like, no, stop.
Nobody extorts you?
No.
Really?
Let me see. There was one girl who tried. Didn't go great for her.
Wait, how did a girl try to extort you?
What do you think?
Oh, like a video or something like that, or
something like that.
Really? Jesus, you're not fucking these hoes right, man. I be fucking these bitches so crazy, like they can't extort me. Like low key, they're like, please don't put that out. Oh my god, disrespectful. But okay, Jesus Christ. Hey, listen, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. Just because, I do like giving back to the people who watch me and support me. I'm not like a fucking millionaire, but I do feel fortunate. Like again, the happiest day of my life was when I used to work a regular 9 to 5 right out of college, and I quit. The day I quit and I started doing my passion has been the best day ever, and it's been a bunch of best days ever. So I like giving back to the people who watch me, and I'm gonna hold you to that for my people, which I affectionately call my chat.
I will do it, and if you were a stock, I would buy your stock. So there you go. I don't know if that means anything to you, but it is the highest compliment I could pay somebody.
Yeah, well, until it hits the bank account, it means nothing. It's a bunch of.
I'm just saying. I think you got a great future. You know, I met Charlemagne, and I have a high opinion of him as well. And
wait, what did you mean by I'm no Charlemagne?
Oh well, look, he is in a different place. We'll put it that way.
No, he's a highly successful guy, but
that's what I'm saying.
I was wondering the correlation.
You're not there yet, but I easily could see you be as big or bigger than Charlemagne, and he is a millionaire. He's got the best show on the planet. He's got his book. I think he's got a great future too, and I like him. You know, I didn't know what to think of him, and I'm not even sure he likes me, and that's fine. But he's a good dude. You're a good dude, and I think this whole hip hop industry needs people like you and him to.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is that like Charlemagne is his own thing. You know what I mean? Like I could never be like I don't think I could be anybody else. You feel me? I could never be Charlemagne.
No, you're you.
And also I don't think anyone could be me. So it's like I'm definitely not trying to like what he's accomplished probably will never be accomplished again. I'm trying to set my own path. But by the way, he's a great friend of me. So salute to him.
I think like all I'm saying is I think 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're still going to be talking about academics, and you're going to be.
If I don't get hit with a Draco now, hey, do you have bulletproof cars and shit like that? Because I think that's what hip hop needs, man. Like Troy have driving around in a nice Maserati and shit. That's cute, but you better get that shit bulletproof. There are savages out there.
See, I think you'd be even more popular if you did get hit with the Draco, but
as
long as you could walk it off, that's you'd be 10 times popular. But
I'm straight off that. I'm good off that. But all right, man. Listen, I'm glad we actually had a conversation, man. Truth be told, before you even made those videos and even after, I kind of had the same perception of you being very easy to talk to, kind of cool. For me, though, it was just really kind of pointing certain stuff out and kind of let the audience know that, hey, listen, not everything. Like, there were literally people. Again, it was done in satire, but 98% of the hip hop community think you were about to kill me like tonight. You get me? And again, satire is something that doesn't translate well, and I think like niggas just in general just don't get satire. Like I used to have to explain satire for my Warren Chirac channel, so satire doesn't go over well. I saw it, I was like, I kind of like it. I mean, I saw the thing with thing going at Ghostface, and I was like, I kind of like this too because I get satire, but not everyone does. So
that was 100% just paying homage to his action video because his action thing dropped a few months ago, and that shit was funny as fuck. And
hilarious.
I was just trying to pay homage to that. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I'm glad we got to talk, man. There's still going to be questions if you wonder, persistent, especially about the album. There's tons of Wayne fan. I'm a huge Wayne fan. We all hope his situations work out. I'm a little bit privy to a little bit more than maybe the regular fan, but I know he wants to get his situations worked out because he wants to provide people the album. And I know for me personally, shoot, I want to hear the album. And I know the rest of the people, even though they would still want Wayne to benefit from it, and they probably wouldn't listen to the album over him benefiting from it, but they would also want it sooner than later. So
I can definitely get you to listen to it, but we'll talk through that through later.
hey, I'm gonna hold you to it, man. Like I'm not playing. I'm gonna hold you
Yeah.
to two things. I need that giveaway for my people, right? And again, you could verify in any way. I'm not trying to profit off you at all. I want somebody or some people that follow me to have a positive experience from like because you know one thing I really dislike. Hip hop is all about just like really these rappers is fucking stunting on us. They're like they're rapping a song that they'll fuck our bitch. They got more money. This is true. They're like, yo, I'm rich. I fuck your bitch. I fuck your moms. I'm rich. I buy your life. I buy your house. I got shit you'll never own. And then, like, for some fans, they can ignore it and turn up. But I be listening to this shit like, what the fuck? Right? and again, in the same breath, they'll come back around and be like, don't count my pocket. I'm like, what do you mean don't count your pockets? I have to. Like, you're only rapping about money. I gotta be in your pockets. I gotta know every million you fucking make because you're talking about fucking my girl. So bragging on your fans or about to your fans like is very involved or intricate in hip hop, and that's why with you like and all hip hop artists, I wish they would just give away more stuff. Just give away more stuff to their fans, and they do. But hey, at least the ones that watch me, give them some shit. But all right,
Well,
man.
we'll be in discussions. So
All right, my dude. And hold up now. I gotta say this before we get off, right? Because now this is the first time we've talked, right? And I'm pretty sure we're gonna part ways. You have other stuff. I stream often on my platforms and I do videos and shit. You're not gonna just flip on like some like flip like a fucking pancake, like, yo, yeah. Talk to that bitch ass nigga academics. Yeah, I was just playing like I got the goons ready to clap him. You're not gonna do that, right?
oh man, no. I want to be, like I said, I want to do something with you, whether it's a giveaway, get you in on kind of what happened in this Carter backstory, which is, I think it's gonna blow you away how fucking stupid and crazy this whole thing came around. I've been following you for a while, so I didn't again, I kind of listened to half of it. I probably heard the parts I wanted to hear, didn't hear the parts I didn't want to hear. But no, man, I look forward to continuing to like all your fans, listen to your stuff and keep people honest and be entertaining. And I want to help, and I hope we entertain some people too. But let's be clear. Like I said, I was dead serious for a minute, and I'm happy that we were able to be civilized and discuss this like the way we did. And let's just turn a new page.
All right, man. We'll keep it like that, man. We'll communicate through DMs, but I'm glad I had this conversation with you. The chat, I think they got a little bit of better understanding of you, and also, I mean, hey, you guys go check him out. I mean, he's for better or for worse, he brings something to the table, and also, you're a very smart guy. You're a very smart guy. I'm not sure if people are interested in some of the stuff you're smart at, though. But I know I would be, but not everybody else, possibly. But regardless, for your contributions to hip hop, for better or for worse, it's at least good that we could have a conversation about it, as opposed to just hearing stuff in clips and then people making up their opinion. So it is what it is. So what I mean. We'll get up with each other, man.
All right, man. Good night.
All right, man. Yes. Chat. That's conversation. Martin Shkreli. It was about like an hour and 45. I'll probably get it on YouTube. Hopefully, if this like stream stays up. I don't know how it works in archiving. But what do I think about it? I mean, he backed off a bunch of stuff, but he tried to explain it. He does have something. How much we don't know. He won't tell. I mean, he won't tell. He won't play. I really wanted y'all to hear some snippets. I really wanted y'all to hear what I feel that he may have or he may have heard. Right? I wanted some more information. Who's on the album? Like I want Carter 5. I want the shit. You get me? You want it. I know you want it. Hopefully you're a fan of Wayne. But we didn't really get that. We do have to take into consideration there are legal ramifications. Like you just can't fucking play an album that you claim you have when you're not completely in the right to play it and disseminate it over the internet. But he did do it a little before. So it's a little bit complicated. You guys will take what you want from it. In some sense, I give him credit in speaking to me. The second sense, I knew all along he wasn't fucking like threatening me as everybody like carried on to be. Most of the people who kind of ran with that just fucking are hypnotized by anybody like that, right? But I still wish we got more, right? So I'm extremely sorry, but that's what it is. For better or for worse, that's what it is. Thank y'all all for tuning in. We got about 8,000 people who tuned in. Please subscribe to this channel. This is actually the YouTube for my gaming channel. My main channel, we're on the way to 900,000 subscribers, then on the way to 1 million. We'll get there sometime. I'll probably, after I end this stream, go to Twitch in just a short while. But thank y'all for coming out, all right? Listen, I know the deal. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Keep updated with me. But other than that, peace out!